Jeopardy! Let's meet today's contestants. Player 1, Player 2, Player 3, and now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny. Hi, folks, and welcome. Here we go. The Jeopardy round is where we start, as always. Here are the categories for you. Inty Fresh. Manimal. Where's that? Party. TV shows that bombed. And Bible belts. Where do we begin, Player 1? You can point the Wii remote at the screen and press Q or die. Okay, Player 1. Use the Wii remote or press the corresponding direction on the plus. Right you are. Choose again, Player 1. A thin piece of rigid material to maintain a body part in a fixed position. Let's hear it, Player 1. Correct. Please pick again. A short race at full speed. Player 1. That's correct. We return to you, Player 1. 5-letter word for gleaming brightness or luster. Yes, Player 1. Correct. You again, Player 1. To look with the eyes partly closed. It's Player 1. Yes. Player 1, pick again. In a Rudyard Kipling story, one of these animals saves a family from a deadly cobra. Player 2. Yes. Player 2, back to you. A rhesus or a macaque? Okay, Player 1. Yeah, good. Player 1, you pick again, please. Of the 3 animals on Ontario, Canada's coat of arms, the one that fits the category. Yes, Player 1. Good. Player 1, back to you. The scarlet species of this tropical flyer is known for its brilliant plumage and strong voice. Let's hear it, Player 2. Yeah! That is correct. You get to pick again, Player 2. We're sure you'll just love Ondatra zebethicus, this rodent. It's Player 1. Right. Player 1, back to you for our next selection. Upon its 1914 completion, this shortened a ship's voyage between New York City and San Francisco by about 8,000 miles. Yes, Player 3. You got it. Choose again, Player 3. Looking like it's going to get the boot, and covering nearly 10,000 square miles, it's the largest island in the Mediterranean. Let's hear it, Player 1. You are correct. Player 1, Portland, Salem, and Eugene are the largest cities in this state. Player 1. That's right. Way to go. You get to pick again, Player 1. Wellington is its capital. Okay, player 3. Yes. Please pick again, player 3. Take me to your lemur. This island country lies about 240 miles east of the African mainland. Yes, player 2. That's it. Select again. Paper gifts are the traditional gifts at the party for this anniversary of a married couple. Let's hear it, player 1. Yep. Yeah! Player 1, back to you. The British passed 1774's Intolerable Acts to punish Massachusetts for a party in its harbor. It's player 2. Good. We return to you, player 2. It's the beverage that would be most appropriate at the wild, riotous bacchanalia we've got planned. Okay, player 2. That's correct. Player 2, pick again. Oktoberfest is a 16-day party held every year in this Bavarian city. Player 1. Right. You again, player 1. In Mexico, a quinceañera is a girl's coming-of-age party on this birthday. Okay, player 3. Good for you. Player 3, pick again. In a 2007 episode of this series, a terrorist detonated a low-yield suitcase nuke in Valencia, California. Yes, player 2. Hey, you're right. You again, player 2. And here's Kelly.
In an episode of this classic 60s series, bookworm Henry Bemis survives a nuclear war and finds a library, but then breaks his glasses.
Player 3. Right. We return to you, player 3. This series, Peter Petrelli had visions that he would cause a nuclear holocaust in New York City. Let's hear it, player 3. Right. Player 3, you pick again. In a 1977 episode of this sitcom, Detective Diedrich notes that a student's physics project is a functional nuke. It's player 2. That's right, way to go. You get to pick again, player 2. The nuclear blast that caused chaos in Jericho, Kansas was detonated in this state capital to the west. Yes, player 1. Correct. Player 1, back to you for our next selection. In the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus says that if someone smiteth you here, offer also the other. It's player 2. Right. Player 2, back to you. After striking down his brother in Genesis, this man said, "My punishment is greater than I can bear." Okay, player 3. That's correct. Choose again, player 3. Yeah! Answer, the Daily Double. Player 3, you're in last place, but here's an opportunity to catch up. How much? Answer. In Numbers chapter 20, after the Israelites complained, Moses smote one of these twice, and water came out. You are now in second place. Please pick again, player 3. In a book named for Moses' successor, this man smites the Gibeonites, the Hebronites, and the Eglonites. Let's hear it, player 2. Right you are. And now the $1,000 clue. In Judges, Samson whopped on 1,000 Philistines with this part of an ass. Player 2. Yes. Player 2 is going first in Double Jeopardy when we come back following this. Categories for the Double Jeopardy round are politicians, words, NHL, NBA, NFL, or all three, math terms, religion, and a Herculean effort. All right, player 2. As promised, you pick first in Double Jeopardy. This former senator was the first African-American president of the Harvard Law Review. Yes, player 1. You got it. Select again. In 2004, this North Carolinian was almost the vice president-elect. Player 1. That is correct. Player 1, back to you. Before he was New York City mayor, he was the U.S. attorney who prosecuted the mafia in the Pizza Connection case. Let's hear it, player 1. Yep. You get to pick again, player 1. We hope Silvestre Reyes can keep secrets. In 2007, he became chair of the House Permanent Select Committee on this. It's player 1. Good. Player 1, you pick again. This former Massachusetts governor was CEO of the 2002 Winter Olympics in Salt Lake City. Okay, player 2. That's it. We return to you, player 2. If you say, I'm eating a hot dog with this, you could mean a chopped pickle topping or just plain enjoyment. Yes, player 3. Right. Yeah. Player 3, back to you. Chat about this in your chat room. Chat is merely a shortened form of this 7-letter word. Player 2. Good. Player 2, pick again. This name for a work of art that you may carve in art class comes from the Latin for to carve. Okay, player 2. Yes. Select again.
Yeah!
Answer, 1 of the Daily Double. You're in second right now. Please select your wager, player 2. And the Daily Double clue. The name of these small towers often seen on castles comes from the Old French for small towers. 'Good. 'Small towers. 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 'Small t The lead is also yours. Choose again, player 2. From the Latin for almost last, it means, next to last. Let's hear it, player 1. You are correct. You again, player 1. Highest average salary. It's player 2. That is correct. Please pick again, player 2. Uses a center. Okay, player 1. Yes. Choose again, player 1. Has no teams based outside the continental U.S. Yes, player 1. Correct. Select again. Plays its championship at a theoretically neutral site. It's player 3. Good. Player 3, back to you. Has canceled an entire season due to labor woes. Player 3. Hey, you're right. We return to you, player 3. With a name meaning many angles, these shapes may or may not be convex. Let's hear it, player 1.
Yeah!
Good for you. Player 1, pick again. Kelly?
2 or more circles that have the same center point are said to be this, from the Latin for together center.
It's player 1. That's correct. You get to pick again, player 1. A pair of angles that add together to make a straight line are called this type of angle. Okay, player 1. Yeah, good. Player 1, you pick again, please. From the Greek for worthy, this kind of statement is also called a postulate. Let's hear it, player 1. Right. Player 1, back to you. From the Latin for across, it's the property that says that if A equals B and B equals C, then A equals C. Player 3. Correct. Please pick again, player 3. People of this religion call Christians and Jews, their fellow monotheists, al-Kitab, people of the book. Yes, player 1. Correct. You again, player 1. One of 3 major branches of Christianity, it originated in a 16th century Reformation. Let's hear it, player 3. Yeah. Yes. Player 3, you pick again. This term for a Jewish house of worship comes from the Greek for meeting. Player 3. Yes. Player 3, back to you. Begin this act, part of penance, by saying, "Bless me, Father, for I have sinned." Then spill the beans. It's player 1. Good for you. Player 1, back to you. Zen, a branch of this Asian religion, aims for satori, or enlightenment. Yes, Player 3. Hey, you're right. Player 3, pick again. This wife of Zeus sent 2 serpents to kill Hercules as a baby. He strangled them. Okay, Player 1. That's right, way to go. Please pick again, Player 1. Here's Kelly with the clue.
As one of his labors, Hercules had to dog-nap this 3-headed beast from Hades.
Yes, Player 1. Yep. Select again. Answer. The second daily double. You are in first place. You need to select your wager. Here is your clue. Hercules joined this husband of Medea for a journey aboard the Argo. That puts you even further ahead. We return to you, Player 1. Hercules literally took the weight of the world off his shoulders when he needed help with some golden apples. Let's hear it, Player 2. That's correct. Now let's take a look at that $2,000 clue, shall we? Hercules had to wrestle with one of these creatures that fathered the Minotaur. Okay, Player 2. Right. Good game. All of you will continue on to play Final Jeopardy when we return. We've got the Final Jeopardy round here for you, and today it features this category: U.S. politics. So, what's your wager? Each direction on the plus control pad represents a different response. Press a direction to select an answer. And now the final clue. Since 1960, only Massachusetts and this state have produced more than one of the 10 Democratic presidential nominees. What did you say? And that correct response will add... And your response? And this correct response will add how much to your score? Let's see your response. With that correct response, you will gain You've come out ahead as our champion, Player 1. So long.